Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin Timms with REI Network. Hope you are doing well. Right, we're back with another episode, and I put out a message in the last video that I did about, hey, what do you want to see? What do you want to do more of? And a few people did come back with, more calls, right? I think that's especially if you're newer. The ability to be able to pick up the phone and ask questions, nothing crazy. I'm not a script kind of guy. I just like to, build a rapport. And so that's what I'm going to try and do now. I'm going to, call some random people on probably Zillow here because I've got the numbers, and see if we can have a conversation with someone, and then I will analyze myself after. Now, I have no scripts, no questions. I do recommend that you are prepared if you're new. Maybe write some of your favorite questions down. And then what I want you to do is just engage. Okay, I want you to engage with the seller, just like talking about anything, and then you can just say, hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You can frame it better at the start. Hey, I seen your property at 123 Main Street. Do you have a minute? Yes, I do. Look, I'm just going to ask you a few questions to gather some more information to see if this is something I'm going to be interested in. The seller will say, yeah, no problem. And then you can start asking them questions. So you can set that up depending on your experience, okay? But don't overthink this. And this is live. I haven't sent him a text, never reached out. I'm going to jump on Zillow here. I just pulled up a property actually that's pretty close to me that I would buy. And it's actually contingent, meaning that it's under contract. So I'm going to call the agent and see if it falls through. I want to make an offer, see if he, engages. I don't know. We'll see how that conversation goes. And then if not, I'll try and grab another one. Obviously here, I'm relying on someone to answer the phone for this to work. Okay. So let's jump straight in and kind of go at this. I will have to, by the way, before this goes out, I will have to kind of mute out the person's name and the address, but then you'll hear the rest of the conversation. That's kind of the plan. All right, so this one's actually a realtor. It's listed, it's contingent, but it has fallen through once already, and it does need work. It's in a good area. So, I just selected it and thought, why not? Let's call this guy, okay? So let's see if he answers. Okay, I'm just typing in the number if you're listening on the podcast here, so bear with me. Okay. Hopefully you can hear this ringing. Alright, you didn't answer. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to jump on here. Let me select another one. Alright, let's do this. For sale by owner. See, there I have. This one's only been on 2 days. Needs work. Alright. This is funny. I wonder if this, I know you can't see it, but let me see when this was purchased. I'm just having a quick look here, guys, for any history. Last sale. He bought it for 20 grand back in August, and it looks like it's a disaster, and he's asking 106,000 for it. So this might be an investor. I'm not sure. So I don't know. Let's see if he answers here. Let's call him 7346. So this is for sale by owner. Hello? Hello? think he's answered it in his pocket. Hello? I'm gonna call that right back. He answered, but it was like it was in his pocket.
Good morning, how can I help you?
Hey, good morning. My name's Gavin. I'm just calling about your property for sale.
Okay.
Is now a good time? Have you got a minute to ask a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. I know it only just went on a couple of days ago. I know this looks like an investment. I'm an investor in the area. And just wanted to ask a few questions about it. Obviously, doesn't look like it's livable. Are the pictures kind of up to date?
Yes.
They are? Okay. I'm just curious. I mean, I know, obviously, it looks like you bought it last year. Did you actually buy this to fix up yourself?
Yeah, so I own the property now. I'm an investor as well. You said your name's Gavin?
Yes.
Okay. So that's kind of where things are now.
Mm-hmm.
And so most of the calls that I have had already most have been people who are going to fix and flip, first-time investors or seasoned investors.
Yep.
And right now, the offers have come in ranging from over list, at list, and I think the smallest offer I had seen to date was about 75.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea of where the range is falling.
Okay. If you got over asking on this, because I know you're asking 106, how come you didn't take it?
It just depends on the terms that they attach to that
Okay.
to whatever that is. Like if it's a serious investor, they're going to offer over list. They're going to do their due diligence up front on this type of property, and ideally they'll want to close before Christmas as well, right?
Yeah.
Certainly before the end of the year.
Yeah.
But if this is a newer investor, they may have a financing contingency. That over list price may be just their way of trying to get you to look at their offer. When you find that their earnest money deposit is 1% or less. I've seen in my time somebody offer $125,000 property, $100 earnest money, right? So just to give you an idea, there's a number of reasons why they may want to use their closing attorney, may be adamant about it, and whereas I'm wanting to use mine because title's already clear and we're ready to go.
Right. Okay. No, that makes sense. So I'm guessing that your $75,000 offer is someone that's saying, okay, I'll pay cash and I'll close fast. Is that what you're saying?
Actually, no. All of them have been cash offers.
Okay.
I've not had one offer that has any type of financing contingency.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks like if the pictures are up to date. I know in you said that the budget renovation budget would be $15,000. I mean, do you not feel that's low for what I see, or do you think that's fair?
So I may have to go back and try to clarify, but I'm because maybe it's not clear the way I thought it was, and I say that to make me go back and reread my writing. But that $19,000 to $20,000 rental budget is if you're going to take it back to 2-1 status and buy and hold.
Yes.
I think and I got to go back and look at what I wrote, but basically, if you're going to add the bedroom and bathroom that would allow you to get your biggest bang for your buck and fix and flip it as opposed to buy and hold it as a 2-1, then your budget is going to be more than the $15,000 to $20,000 that I have there.
100% agree. Yeah, and I do both. So I do both. So normally I do a lot of offline marketing. I don't actually deal much with the MLS, but I was just looking over at another property, and then I came across that, and I was like, oh, let me check that out. That's kind of why I just gave you a call here. But no, I agree. Yeah, if you're holding it, obviously you want to get it rent ready. Versus if you're fixing and flip, then you're obviously going to do a better job. I mean, I know the area well as well. I mean, it's. I've just lost it. I was just on Zillow here. Is it off 37th? Hold on. I just had it. Bear with me. I just had a question. 'Cause it's off. Was it 37th? Sorry. Let me see. Yeah, okay, there we are. I mean, do you feel that though? Because I know in what you said here that you feel that the ARV would be worth 200 and something. Is that right? That's what you think as an investor.
I don't think I heard everything you said. Can you say that again?
Sorry, yeah, you were saying here that you thought the ARV was about 240 fixed up as a flip.
240. I give the low end on my ARVs because I think if you look at it, you'll see that there are some higher ARVs. I'd rather give a lower ARV, and then everybody, I'm assuming, is doing their due diligence anyway. In this case, people do their due diligence up front.
Yeah.
There are sales there that support a 260 and above ARV.
Yeah.
So if I report 260, but then you see 240, you're like, wait a minute. But if I say 240 and you see 260, you say, okay, no, this is a real opportunity.
No, absolutely. No, I agree. And every investor, if they know what they're doing, they should do the due diligence. At the end of the day, it comes down to opinions, right? I know that. So,
that's why I have it at 240.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I was just looking. I'm just interested to see if I could actually see. I know there's some actives up, but I was just looking to see what actually sold. Because I think you're right. I think we've got to obviously add some square footage on there probably and make it at least a 3132 to get up to that ARV. That's why obviously the reno would be bigger. But all right, well, cool. Let me. How many are you buying right now? Just on a side note, are you always looking for more property? Do you have anything else that you're looking to sell?
I've got a couple properties in other areas of the Southeast, but yes, I'm always looking to buy. I'm always looking to sell.
All right. Okay. Well, look.
Vacant lots, a couple houses, things like that, and a lot of multifamily.
Okay. Are you doing this full time?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, look, I do a lot of marketing myself. So I don't buy everything. I just bought one actually off Reynolds and 64th, but we held that. And I do a lot of stuff, so I get some stuff, and like I said, I wholesale some stuff as well. So if you want me to keep your name and number, if I get anything, I can give you a shout to see if you're interested as well, if that works.
Same here.
Yeah. And sorry, what was your name? Awesome. Perfect. Well, I'm going to save your number, and I'm going to look at this a little harder. But I think, if you just my opinion on it, that if you're getting over 100 for what I see for the renovation, if you're getting for what it's worth, if you're getting over 106 asking cash, I'd take it. That's just me.
Okay. So, well, I certainly appreciate that.
No worries. All right, bud. You have a good one, and we'll be in touch. All right.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
You have a good one. Bye bye.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
All right, guys, so it's easy. Sorry about that bang. I'm sure that probably just hurt your ears. It's pretty easy, right? That was sell by owner, never spoke, never texted the guy. I could see from the pictures needs a ton of work. And he's BSing me as well. I get the game. So I tried to call him out on it a little bit. Why didn't you accept it? If you're getting over asking, why did you not accept this already? And do that. So, yeah, well, let me know what you think. Put in the comments. I know this is going out as a podcast, and hopefully you get something from this. But it's just having conversations, guys. Having questions. He was seasoned. I had to hold my own, control the conversation. I get it. He was giving me the new investor versus the old investor or the experienced. Sorry about that. My dog's barking. Hold on. Sorry about that. So obviously the experience, he was kind of feeling out. He'd had offers from 75. This was listed at 106. Needs a lot of work. No way in a million years 15,000. And then he said to get it rent ready. Still no way 15,000 to get it rent ready. Absolutely no chance. The size of the house on this, just let me pull this back up. And this is why you can do things on the fly, right? Don't be prepared in terms of, you can prepare your questions, but just be honest. Hey, I'm pulling it up on Zillow. Give me a minute. Oh, this is an opening. Just roll with it. Just be you. Okay. But this is, asking 106, renovation 15,000. ARV 240. I mean, absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Nice guy. I get it what he's trying to do. Okay, you try and make it attractive. You try and get me calling, right? So he's done his job, but he's got an offer of $75,000 to over asking, but he hasn't accepted it. Come on. Right? It's only part of the game, though. I'm not blaming him. Right? You're going to tell that. He's experienced. He's trying to get me to go, oh, people are after it. Oh, I might have to get my offer. Oh, he's got offers. He's not going to take 75. If someone's offered over 106, it doesn't work. I mean, let's look at that number, 240. Now, I'd have to actually look at this to see if there's anything actually sold. Now, there's actives, right? So there's three things that you need to look at. Well, two or three things. You want to obviously look at the actives, right? What's actively selling or up? Active in the market, similar condition. Is it in a rent ready condition or is it a fix and flip? Okay. Now this area is not a great area. It isn't. So you're not going to do a high end flip. You're not going to get 240 for this property. Okay. Probably in that area. It's going to be touch and go. Maybe you could, but I don't think. As a quick, just thinking about it. But you look at the actives, you look at the solds, all right, to make your decision. But let's say that I go with him, 240, which he thought he'd doing everyone a favor. All right, cool. So 240, let's say it's 70%. 240 times 70%. Okay, is 168,000. All right, and then this thing is 168. Let me just write that down. 168,000. He said 15,000 in repairs. Okay, so at 153, and I bought it at 106, then I'd be making a killing based on that, right? But that's not the case. Okay, so it's 1,288 square foot, and it needs at least probably 30. I mean, this thing's horrendous. It needs at least 40,000, minimum 40,000. Okay, in my opinion. So then, if you look at 40,000, you do the 240 to 70%. That's 168 minus 40. Okay, is 128. There's still room. Here's the thing. There's room based off the ARV, okay? So you can get numbers to tell you anything from a spreadsheet, from a calculator, as long as that you're working within the numbers to make sense, right? So if we say 240. Now, I'm going to have a quick look and just tell you what I see as a glance here, okay, of what's sold. So just bear with me, all right? In that immediate area, this is what I see. 119, 75, 95, 65, 100, 165, bigger and done up. Okay, 165 sold back in 18. Okay, full remodel, good job on it. Okay, and that was a 2-1, right? But at 165. Okay, 119, and that's in the immediate. If we then start going up a little bit, I found one here, a 3-1, 1,600 square foot, so 300 bigger, okay, at 232, all right? But to get it up there, now we're not talking 40, now we're talking probably 60, 70 grand in. I mean, this thing's full gut. It's been ripped out. It's horrendous, okay? So my point is that I don't think the ARV's that, right? And I don't think the area, that immediate area, allows the ARV to be that. I think this one will probably sell if you did it up at this day, probably about 180. Maybe if you did a good job, you might get 200, but 180. So I'm not seeing it. That's where I stand, real quick. But anyway, the point was engagement, having conversations. Hopefully this helps. It's not hard. Never sent a text. Just called him out right. I mean, well, you heard it. And let me know what you think. Hopefully you get something from this. Drop me a comment. Drop me a like. I don't mind doing these. I can do them all day. And go from there. But you'll see the engagement. Also, buyer. Okay, I know he's an investor. We got at that early. He paid $20,000 for this. And I guarantee you see the state of it. $20,000 he paid. Yeah. He might only bought that last year. He'd be lucky if I'd pay him, probably pay him 40. Might make 20 grand. I think he's got a great deal at 20. I might pay him 40 grand for it, personally. That's where I'd stand. So, and that'd be max. But anyway, good conversation, confident guy, like him, got his info. We'll probably do business, all right? He's an investor, he's active. Hold your own, control the conversation, guys. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you. All right, bye-bye.